It's not very often you get to pick what you're having for dessert, only a stone's throw away from your table. The appetite for farm fresh produce is growing today on The Express. Coming up, you've seen him on Jay Leno, but have you heard Kevin Eubanks tune into Whistler? Then $2 doesn't buy you much these days, unless you're pedaling with Warka.
I like riding the toonies because it's a kind of a community thing.
It was our opportunity to bring the table to the farm.
And from farm to fork, farmers' veggies get the white linen treatment. Get a taste of community expression on today's show. Welcome to The Express on Shaw TV. I'm your Sea to Sky host, Nicole Fitzgerald. And today we are dining al fresco at the Araxi Longtable Summer Series at North Arm Farm, where tractors are pulling up alongside fine crystal. Today's show puts down community roots, first in agritourism, then a new wine label, and finally the Warka Toonie races. But first, 14 stringed instruments, 13 musicians, and 1 jazz great. They all harmonize together for an unforgettable experience in Whistler.
At some point, you have to stop being a student of the music and start being a musician. You have to create something.
Guitar in hand, accomplished jazz musician Kevin Eubanks sits down for an intimate session during Jazz on the Mountain at Whistler to share his insights on evolving as a musician.
Mostly in a class like this, I'd rather go for like kind of opening up people to don't be afraid to be yourself, as long as you're still learning the concepts of harmony and melody and rhythm.
A select few aspiring guitarists received the rare opportunity to take part in a master class at Millennium Place led by the jazz great, best known for his time spent as leader of The Tonight Show.
The main thing is to just try and get everybody relaxed and to say what they feel or to play and to just be open about it.
The opportunity to play alongside an experienced musician can take your playing to new places.
Playing on musical forms that are, rather traditional, rather old, which is great because you learn from that. But you have to create new infrastructures to play on, so to speak.
Having over 20 years under his belt as a professional musician, Kevin sees the jazz audience dwindling and encourages the group to take the traditions of jazz to a new level by exploring their own sound.
What people mostly remember about music is if it touches them, they don't really care whether it's jazz or classical or bluegrass or whatever.
Eubanks pulls influences from various genres and has found his unique sound that keeps an audience coming back for more.
In the end, if you have a sound that's yours, then when people want to hear that, they got to come to you.
From Millennium Place in Whistler, I'm Jessica Turner for Shaw TV.
Kevin's stop in Whistler is part of promoting his newest album, Zen Food. Our soul-nourishing experience continues here at North Arm Farm. The Araxi Longtable Series is a summer adventure, but this farm-to-fork philosophy happens all year long.
It was our opportunity when we spend so much time bringing the farm to the table It was our opportunity to bring the table to the farm.
Walking among kale is definitely nothing new for James. This isn't a one-shot deal here with the Araxi North Arm Farm Partnership. Tell me a little bit about that relationship.
Well, we've been working with North Arm since '97, like when I first came up.
Why is it important to have such a close relationship with your local farmers?
It makes perfect sense for us to buy local food where it has been shipped, and you can see from everything around you here, it's ultimate freshness, so picked and eaten doesn't, you can't do better than that.
As the seasons change, our menus change, and we draw from Pemberton 12 months of the year, and not just through the summer seasons.
What are some of the key stars of produce that are going to be showcased at tonight's dinner?
Tonight we're kind of in sort of September 11th, so we're using not the kale tonight. We're using the chard, which is Swiss chard, rainbow chard they call it. We're using that. He just started harvesting potatoes, so we have potatoes with the second course. He just started harvesting his carrots. We're using carrots as well, onions. So we're kind of a little different. It's been kind of neat doing a series of events because we started in June. We did June, July, August, and now September. So each time it's a little bit different. We're using pears for the first time because the new crop of pears is ready. So it's kind of neat how we're cooking.
70% of Araxi's menu is dedicated to local producers. James pickles, cans, and preserves to ensure that Pemberton produce is enjoyed all winter long. Next, most garages are stuffed full of cars, boxes, and sporting gear. Not so in Langley. Reporter Peter Verge gets into the groove of this new beat.
Mike McAlco has been drumming for over 20 years, and there hasn't been a dull moment along the way.
Here I am on stage with Chad Smith from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Here I am on stage with, John J.R. Robinson, who recorded with Michael Jackson and Barbra Streisand, and the list goes on. And when I met John J.R. Robinson back in 2005, he hired me to be one of his drum techs. With that, I was able to meet David Foster and get a chance to do some rehearsals with David and to get to play some percussion and meet so many amazing people, like all these famous people that you just go, wow, like once again, another surreal moment.
Although he shared the stage with some big names, Mike says it's teaching his students that he loves the most.
Seeing my students succeed, whether it's, in their garage band or they get on Much Music or they travel the world, to me, that's the reward.
It makes me feel alive. It's great because I'm in my own little world, and it's just I can do whatever I want. No one has to tell me what to do, or I just do what I want.
2 in the right hand.
Okay.
2 in the double bass.
Everything I know to this day is all because of Mike. Like, he is by far the best teacher that anyone could ever wish for.
Mike's recently expanded his business, adding a recording space. 10-year-old musician and songwriter Sean Thomas is one of his recent clients, and he's recording music to raise money for charity.
I actually recorded it, the Japan song here at Alice Records. I wrote it for the victims in the Japan tsunami, and I only had a song and lyrics, and then Mike just brought it to life.
It's clear to see Mike and his students share one thing, a passion for music.
My dream job would be anything to be involved with music. Music is my plan A and B and C.
I just do it my style and the way I want to do it. It's just, I'm in my own little world when I play, and with that, it just makes me feel so alive.
Don't give up on your dreams, push hard and work hard. The harder you work, the luckier you get. That's what I always say. And, don't give up. The biggest thing is never give up. If you want to do it, don't give up. Because once you give up, you're done. It's too much fun. Why would I stop? What am I going to do? Even if I won $1 million, I tell my students, if I won the lottery, I would still teach them, but for free.
I'm Peter Verge in Langley for The Express.
Mike works with drummers of all ages and levels. You can learn everything from guitar beginnings all the way to recordings. Stay tuned, the beats keep rolling. After the break,
the tail is 70.
the music continues, thanks to these volunteers.
Okay, Luke, so we're going to start.
And 1 in 10 Whistler residents belong to this community group. Come get to know your neighbors.
Nicole Fitzgerald's Wardrobe by Peak Performance, Hairstyling by The Loft Salon, and Makeup by Beauty Mart. POV camera courtesy of Contour. While filming on the mountain, parking provided by Fire Rock Lounge.